Welcome to the making of a DM. You're too cheap to be rich. Or are you? On today's show, I'm going to share with you and pull back the curtain on why so many great people are broke. I hope that person's not you. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans. DM. What a week. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Over here in Parkland, Florida. Watching the guy cut these lines in the grass over here. A lot going on over in the DM world. And today's topic probably had you thinking, like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But the topic is, you're too cheap to be rich, or are you? Again, I appreciate you guys being here. I have so much love for people that invest time to get themselves in a better position in their life, financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, and all that. So I just want to take a second and let you know, no matter where you're at in this journey of life, you're right where you need to be. I know it's not always clear. It's not always exciting. It's not always Hollywood looking, but it's life. It is what it is. And I see so many great people that want more out of life, and you're wondering why most people don't get it. I'm going to share that today. I really am going to talk direct to you because I care about you. I want to tell you the truth, as I always do. And hopefully today, something in the show can help you excel and unlock another level. Before I get started today, I just want to say thank you so much for all the 5-star reviews. The show is growing every single day, every single week, every single month. I'd love to get to 1 million downloads a month one day. That's my goal. And I'm going to keep pushing and keep running and keep the feet moving, right? To get to that point. But, you can help. How? By posting a 5-star review, by sharing this show on social media. Here's what I ask for you today. I don't ask a lot, but here's what I want to ask. If today's show is impactful for you, screenshot it and tag me on social media at Mark Evans DM. Tell the people, give a quick synopsis. Hey, the show is a banger. The show was amazing. The show, listen to this or whatever, and just tag me. That would help get the word out, and then let them know how to get download the show and all that stuff. Because I show up here intentionally. I show up here because I want to, not because I have to. I want to make sure you understand that, and I think you do. But I'm just saying it out loud because today's show is going to rock some people's world. I have an event coming up in Cleveland, Ohio, June 29th and June 30th. We're going to give a lot of money away to charity. We're going to change a lot of people's lives. I'm not a huge event guy. I actually do an event a year. It's for my birthday, and all the money, all the net proceeds go to charity. And it's just a great way for me to connect with you as a listener. People follow me on email, social. I've been to events in the past. A lot of people come multiple times to these events, which is awesome. Every event is different. Not one thing is sold at the event. The only thing we're there is I introduce you to the people I'm rolling with, guys that have billions of dollars of real estate, guys that's raised billions of dollars. People are buying and selling companies for, tens of hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars will be there, and everything in between. And truly is, you're one person away from changing your life, one deal away from changing your life. And don't think because, I don't have millions of dollars to do a deal. Well, you might have a different unique ability where someone that has the money, they need you just as much as you need them. And that's the beauty of these kind of events. Showing up in person at that level is so powerful. And not only that, to be honest with you, the event afterwards, the DM birthday bash, where we'll do on the 30th from 6:30 to 10:30 at night, that alone will change people's lives. I can't talk about it now. Why? but you're going to see stuff you've never, ever seen happen before right in front of your eyes. As an entrepreneur, as someone that wants more out of life, just being in that room for those 4 hours will be monumental, epic. You'll remember it forever. And that's what it's about. So, with that said, let's get started today. You're too cheap to be rich. As you know, or may not know, I grew up in small town Ohio, trailer court till I was 10. Parents barely made any money, just enough to pay the bills and put food on the table and all that good stuff. So I know what it is like to be cheap, not on purpose, some people, but they only made so much and they didn't really have like thinking like you guys are thinking. And again, you're here for a reason. So as I think about this, I always wanted to make more money. We've heard this statement, success leaves clues. What do successful people, whatever that definition it means to you, what are successful people doing that you're not doing? One thing I always think about and why I think most people are too cheap to ever be rich is because they're focused on the wrong things. They want to be cool, but they don't want to be wealthy. What do I mean by that? They'll stand in line for 3 days to buy a brand new iPhone for fucking $1,300 while they have a phone that actually works. Why? So when they hang out there, hey man, I got the new iPhone 27. What do you got, man? Oh, you only got the 26? Ha ha ha. Hey man, I'm the coolest guy. Yeah, but you're still both fucking broke. I know people literally, I swear on my life, that can't afford their house payment, but they all have the brand new technology. It's insane to me. I had millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in assets and millions of dollars in the bank, and I still had a flip phone. And when I go to places where these people I'm talking about, these folks I'm talking about, they're like, hey man, why do you have a flip phone? Yeah, I got to check out this new iPhone. And they're all in the little corner, circle jerking around about the little iPhone, the new one they got. And I'm sitting over here smiling, thinking like, dude, I have a flip phone and I have more money than all of you guys combined. I'm not saying this out loud, of course, but I'm like, priorities. A phone ain't going to make you rich. Money won't make you rich. What you do with it will make you rich or poor. This podcast show is free. $0. And yet, I hope all, but the numbers never say all, most will never accomplish the level of success they're capable of. But why is that, Mark? Some people listening here will go buy a book, $15. True story is, as I'm talking to you, I have about 60 or 70 books on my shelf that I've yet to read. Buddy posts, hey, man, check this book out. It's going to buy it. Boom. I don't even think about it. Boom. If they say it's real, I'm going to buy it. Done. But yet some people are so cheap that they'll literally go online for 7 hours to try to find the fucking book PDF for free that someone put on some site. Why? If books made you rich, why isn't every fucking person in America rich? Every person in the world, for that matter. If podcast shows like I have out here that are so fucking real and amazing, because I do give you real shit. Dude, my last show, if you follow that, you can generate millions of dollars a year. I told you exactly how to do it. But if these shows are free, there's millions of hours of shows for free to learn anything you want. But yet, why are not people accomplishing their goals and creating massive amounts of wealth? It's simple. They're too cheap to be rich. You understand when I go, like, there's a saying that always pops into my mind when we talk about money. So many people know the cost to everything, but very few people understand the value. Understanding price and value are drastically different. Let me give you an example, and I'll give you a field trip here. This is what I recommend everyone do. Go to your local Best Buy or any kind of electronics store. Hang out in the TV section, and you're going to watch someone walk in. I love doing this, by the way, very observant. They're going to walk in, they're going to talk to the salesperson. Tell me about the 65-inch you got. Well, we got about 70 of them. Which one are you looking for? Tell me about them all. This one's $700. This one's $1,250. This one's $2,500, etc. HD, 4K, blah, 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 right? Whatever. And why that person sits there and wastes fucking 3 hours of their life knowing damn well that they're going to buy the cheapest one. This happens every day in their life. They waste time. They don't understand what they're like. Why? They're too cheap. They're cheap. Everything in their life is about being cheap. This is why they'll never get rich. You can't cheap your way to wealth. Think about this. If this is how you're acting with your daily activities, your buying decisions, that carries over to everything. A question for you, and you don't need to tell me, obviously, but for you, how much have you invested in yourself in the last 12 months? How much have you invested in yourself in the last 12 months? Books, courses, online, offline, mentors, mastermind groups, etc. How much have you invested? I was just doing some basic calculations because I've personally been investing since 1996. I literally took my last $2,500 I had. To be honest with you, it wasn't even my $2,500. It was my company's $2,500 in my account where I had to pay my staff. But I paid $2,500 to go to a 3-day seminar about real estate investing, and I was a gutter guy, a seamless gutter guy. I did seamless gutters. I was out on a ladder 16 hours a day, running off 5-inch, 6-inch seamless gutters, putting them on 2-3-story houses all over Ohio. But I had to get out. I knew this wasn't my long-term path. I had to do what I had to do today, but I had a vision for the future of where I needed to be, who I need to become today to show up in the future. And 26 years, June 21st will be 26 years I've been in the game of business. My whole entire adult life, 2 days after high school. And just based off some basic calculations, I've invested over $5 million. Me personally investing over $5 million on mentors, mastermind groups, consultants, and everything in between. I still invest 6 figures a year, still today. And I got a lot of cool stuff going on. I kind of know some stuff, but I don't know a whole lot on the grand scheme of things. How much have you invested in the last 12 months? It's interesting. If you have kids, people will invest in coaches. They'll invest in teachers to help them read better their kids or do math better and all this stuff. Go to Taekwondo. My son's in Taekwondo with coaches for Taekwondo, tennis, and golf, and swim lessons. And I pay a homeschool teacher a lot of money to teach my kids at home. And I have an amazing nanny that teaches the kids. And, so there's what is that? 6 things that I pay for every week. I invest in my kids. They're them today and the future. Most parents would invest in their kids if they're not already doing it. Why aren't you investing in yourself? Are you not worth it? Are you not worth a couple bucks to invest in yourself for a better future? Have you ever sit down, and I did this today myself, and said, I need help. I feel like everything's fragmented. I feel like I'm sitting on a lot of opportunity, but I don't know how to execute. I need to get clarity on what we do on a daily basis so I can execute and my team can help me. Have you ever asked yourself, you need help? We all need help. And we live in a world where anything you need help with, you can make an investment and get help. Anything. Me and my wife have a relationship coach. I spend over $1,000 a month. It's $250 for 45 minutes. Me and my wife talk to her together. And we also talk separately. If you want more out of life, you got to become more. Whatever number you're imagining, I want to make $5 million a year. Lots of people make $5 million a year. But what you're missing is what they invested to get to that point. They invested in themselves. I have a group called the DM Alliance. It's $1,000 a month. That's it. $1,000 a month. If you're trying to learn how to raise money, we talk about that. If you're trying to learn how to grow your company, we talk about that. We show you how to do it. If you're trying to connect with people that are all levels of types of people, mastermind effect, there's a lot of people in there. Literally one person could change your life. We talk about health. We talk about wealth. We talk about everything. For $1,000 a month. But Mark, that's a lot of money. It's my house payment. Okay. If $1,000's a lot of money, that's the problem. How could $1,000 be a lot of money if you're building a business? I get it. We're all in different places, but today $1,000 a month is nothing. You're worth $1,000, right? You. This is why I genuinely think most business people never get to the next level. They don't understand their value. Their value in themselves and their value in their marketplace. I know I didn't. When I was an 18-year-old snotty-nosed kid from Thurston, Ohio, I had the seamless gutter company. I thought the way I got business was to have a better price. That's what I thought, because I didn't have the confidence in my value. What was my confidence in my value? I will show up, I will bring quality product, and I'll get this shit done when I said I'll get it done. Period. Now, if anybody's ever had experience with contractors, they say Tuesday, you better be crystal clear on what Tuesday that is, because it's not this Tuesday. It's going to be 20 Tuesdays later. I showed up on time. I got the job done in a timely manner, as expected. I remember there was a time this guy was selling a house. He had an open house on a Saturday, a really nice house. That's putting gutters on it. True story. I and two other guys, my machine broke. I guaranteed him that fucking job would be done. I literally scrambled, pulled pieces apart, fixed the machine, and at 3 a.m., we had lanterns lit up. We had the car lights lit up at the house to get the job done. We were done at 340. Because once we could produce the product, we can just slap it up quick and go. In 40 minutes. Who do you think the guy called at 8 a.m. when he showed up, noticed that the job was done? He wanted to say thank you because he knew that we weren't getting the job done that Friday night. He knew it. He didn't. He's like, dude, there's no way this is getting done. I'm like, dude, his name was Mitch. Mitch, the machine is broken. I told you this thing will be done. It will be done when you arrive tomorrow. I promise. This is at 10 o'clock at night. It took us hours and hours to get this machine fixed. It broke. We thought we had it fixed. It rippled the gutter, put holes in it, did this, did that. I'm like, this will be done. My value is I got the job done. Gave me confidence. I'm still searching value. I'm still understanding what my real value is. So I'm sharing real stuff with you that the way to gain an insight and value is to start investing in yourself so you start building value in yourself. Stop being a cheap fucker, thinking $1,000 a month or $500 a month, whatever the number is expensive. It's relative. It means nothing on the grand scheme of things. You have to get out of your own way. See, when people are investing $1,000 a month with me, they're not investing $1,000 a month to like do all that. One, we do a weekly call, an hour Zoom, hour and a half Zoom. We have a massive amount of people in a group that are connecting and create hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars are created with members alone because they invested in themselves to show up. They got in the right room to connect with people. They're being proactive, letting people, hey guys, my name's Mark Evans. Here's what I do. Boom, 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 boom. Hey guys, my name's Mike. I do books. Boom, boom, boom. Hey guys, my name's Fraser. I'm the health expert. Boom, boom, boom. You're not paying $1,000 a month to me. You're paying $1,000 a month. You're worth $1,000. You're investing in yourself, your future, your business, your life, your growth. How much are you worth? When you're in a group like that, here's one thing I don't think people understand. So I have a $50,000 a year mastermind group as well. And what's interesting, and again, I've experienced this myself, so I know this is true. And I've had hundreds of people confirm this is true. $50,000, it's a number. It is what it is. That's what the investment is. But when they're on the fence and they're making that decision, I always say the same thing. Dude, you're not investing in me at this point. You're investing in yourself. You're worth $50,000, right? You're going to make millions of dollars. You're already generating millions. Now you're going to take it to another level. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to lay in bed. And when you finally, boom, make the decision, I want you over the next 72 hours to document what happens in your life. How do you think? What are you thinking about? What's your cadence? What's your excitement level? What's your relationship level like? Like, pay attention. Because what happens is you unlock something in your brain. And now we have to get to work to get the money back, to get to a different state. See, a lot of times people are thinking they're paying 50 grand for who's in the room. But what you're really paying for is for who's not in the room. You're investing in yourself first and foremost. And you're investing for who's not in the room. What do I mean by that? Well, every person in that room's invested 50 grand to be in there, or 1,000, or whatever the number is. There's a qualifier. You're not hanging out with the person that thinks everything should be for free. But Mark, you're making so much money. Why don't you do it for free? Motherfucker, I do it for free. It's called my podcast. You have 100 plus hours here and you still ain't done dick. Right? So is it the show or is it you? Because other people message us all the time and say, dude, I just made $300,000 with show number, blah, 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 blah. Holy shit, man. 7 figures out of my bottom line in the last 12 months because of show number XYZ. Get it often. But not often enough. You're paying for who's not in the room. We're not in the room we're not gossiping about the same bullshit you talk about all day. We're not we're not talking, hey man, that's a lot of money. I would never pay $12 a month for an emails provider. Here's one for free. Bullshit. How do we pay $100 a month? I get it. Our brain's trying to protect us, but your brain's protecting you from what you know in the past, not with what you know where you're going in the future. I see so many great people that could be 1,000 times further ahead in life if they'd stop being so cheap. I do this with my son. I teach him. We have some cars, and here in Florida, we have a Rolls drop head, the Ferrari 488, new Escalade, new Rover, whatever. And I said, Mark, this just happened. We were just hanging out at the pool. And I was like, bud, out of all 4 cars here in Florida, which one do you want? Which one would you take? If you take any of them, which one do you take? Keep in mind, the Rover's $100,000, the Escalade's $130,000, and the Ferrari and your drop head's usually about $350K, give or take. And he said, Dad, I'd take the Escalade. He likes it's big. It's the long wheelbase, sport, platinum, whatever. And I was like, cool, why? And the truth is he just wants to sit in the back, right? It's 3-seater, 3 seats deep. And I'm like, okay, well, here's what I would do if I was you. I would take the Ferrari or drop head, but Dad, that's a lot of money. Well, no, you're getting it. So you take it and then you sell it for $350, and then you go buy a $130,000 car, right? And you have $220,000 left over in your bank. I'm teaching them these lessons all the time. I teach them like all the time, like, you see these two things. Which one do you want? Which one do you take? Buy this one, Dad. It's cheaper. Well, cheaper doesn't always mean better. Keep in mind, I grew up on Kmart jeans. I grew up on Kmart, Hanes t-shirts, the white shitty cheap t-shirts. I grew up on Voight shoes with duct tape around them because they were cheap, and duct tape was cheaper than buying a fucking cheaper pair of shoes. I couldn't imagine living a life of being cheap. I'm not saying be foolish either. I'd rather see you go buy a great pair of jeans that will last for a long time. I'd rather see you buy a nice pair of shoes that you feel good when you put them on. Truth is, a lot of people listen to my voice, have the brand new iPhones, have the brand new amazing shoes, have the Louis Vuitton belts, have the high-end pants and all that, but yet they don't have fucking money in the bank account. I don't want you to be cheap. I want you to be profitable. I want you to think in investor terms. I want you to think in worst case scenarios, best case scenarios. See, when we have even the Cleveland event, tickets will be $1,000 or whatever, right? On a business standpoint, we make $0 because I invest hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on that event to give you an experience, to help move you, to get you to the next level. All 5 sensories will be touched. Guarantee it. I've seen people walk out and build multi-million-dollar businesses from scratch. I've seen people collaborate and connect and generate tens of hundreds of millions of dollars from those events. I've seen people become social media, massive influence online because of those events. But they all invested in themselves. They all realized that if they don't invest in themselves, who's going to? See, you're sitting around bitching and complaining like, man, my wife or my husband doesn't believe me. Well, why should they fucking believe you? You don't even believe in yourself enough to make an investment in yourself. Why? What in your right mind thinks that even makes sense? I don't believe in myself, but I want others to believe in me. That's the problem with this world. They're looking for outside influence. If you can master the game of inside influence, you will thrive to a level you don't even know is even available yet. I guarantee it. I don't need anybody or anyone, my wife included, to tell me I'm doing a good job to keep me moving. I don't need you could call me a dick. You could say, dude, great job. I don't hear it. I'm investing in myself. I know where I'm at. I know where I stand. I know where I'm going. I invest every single day in myself. I invest in trainers. I invest in coaches, consultants, and everything in between, mastermind groups. I invest, there was a group I used to belong to, not anymore, not because I don't want to, but actually I don't want to anymore because it was too transactional. I'm a very relationship-driven guy. That group got a little too transactional for me and I just didn't like it. And by the way, that's okay. You can change. You can change groups. Connect with people and change. It doesn't have to be forever. But it's $100,000 a year paid up front, and you meet 3 times a year. You meet 6 days a year for $100,000. That's it. There's no other connection. Do you think I made more money or less money by investing $100,000? I wonder. There was a group I belonged to for 7 years. I invested $25,000 a year to be a part of it for 4 meetings a year. I was flying all over the world to get there because if you didn't show up, you'd lose your membership. That's how serious it was. I still have relationships with every single group I'm talking about today that I'm doing business with, generating millions of dollars a year with. It all starts with you. You know, in the DM Alliance, again, it's my group, but it's led by amazing people in there. There's a lot of amazing people that just want to connect. They want to share. They want to grow. There's people generating hundreds of millions of dollars as a collective in that group. If you have a business, if you have challenges in your game, in your business, and you're trying to grow and expand and deepen the game, why would you not be in a group like that? And the way I do it is I like to bring people through an application process because I want to make sure I can be beneficial. So my guys, John and Ryan, they talk to every single person on entry and they make sure it's the right fit. The truth is, I don't even know if you'd get accepted, but you never know unless you try. We have a link for you if it's still open. It's at markevansdm.com/application. And it's a deposit. You pay $1,000 deposit. And then John or Ryan calls you and they talk to you and see what's going on. If it makes sense, they'll extend the invitation. If it doesn't, we'll send you the $1,000 back. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Literally. I'm not in this game for $1,000. I'm in this game to help people. The truth is, I have a group, like I said, that pay $50,000 a year for the people that are not math wizards. It's over $4,000 a month per person. The investment on this is a quarter of that, less than a quarter. The value is 10x. See, the difference is when the guy's paying $50,000 a year, they need one or two tweaks. They're coming in for one or two tweaks to see math. They're already doing shit to another level. I'm not saying this in a disrespectful. It's just the facts. It's the truth. And at $1,000 a month level, like I want to help you, guide you. I want to give you tools to get you to 10, 20, 30, 50 million a year. I'm not teaching theory. I'm sharing real life. Like it's way deeper than that, by the way. I mean, we have a full, there's a group, there's people talking and connecting and we're sharing information. I just shared two big posts this week. Really, really powerful stuff. But like I said, we meet twice a year in person. We have a private Facebook group where amazing shit's happening, amazing stuff. We have the best health expert in the world in there. We have financial people. We have raising money people, structuring your business to get it back on track people. I mean, it's endless from all over the country. And we meet once a week on a Zoom. I share investment things that I'm working on and why, and some people get involved in them. You're the first to know about jet trips and yacht trips I'm doing and get a discount on doing them with me. If you want, you don't have to. It's just, hey, this is a benefit for being here. The $1,000 a month is for you. I have to do free podcast shows because I like to help people. The truth is, 90+% of people listening to my voice will never spend a penny with me. And I'm okay with that because it's not about me, it's about them. Don't be too cheap to become wealthy. Don't pinch the penny so hard that Lincoln's nose bleeds over there. I want you to get real with yourself and look at your business, look at your finances, look where you're at and where you want to go. Is your actions or lack of today going to get you closer to what your goal is 5 years from now? What are you investing in? Who are you investing with? What do you have to buy to get to that point? I've talked about this on a show before, but everyone's like, dude, I want to make $1 million a year. Okay. How are you going about to do that? And then we break it down. Average company makes 20% net profit. You got to make $1 million to get 200. So we got to create a $5 million business to hit that number. And what does that look like? Who do we need to hire? I want you all to make $1 million a year and more. It's doable for everybody. If a hillbilly kid from Ohio, me, can do it in multiple businesses, many multiple businesses, why can't you do it with one? I know how to do it. I share with people inside that group every day how to do it. What's your core values? What do you stand for? What's your value to the marketplace? If I went and asked 10 people that know you, and I said, hey, what does Johnny do? And they're like, well, I don't know. I know he's always hanging out. Well, that might be a problem in itself, but like, you don't know what he does for business. You don't know what he does. And then you tell me you own a contracting company, but no one else knows that. But you're like, dude, everyone knows what I do. I'm a king ding-a-ling. I guarantee you the majority of the world doesn't know you. I want you to invest in yourself. I don't care if it's even with me. Find someone you align with and put some money into the game of yourself. Like, how pissed off are you that you were lied to in school? You got to get a good job. You got to go to college. What are they really saying? Give us more money, go into debt, and now we own your ass. Like, think about the metrics. I pay $100,000 for a fucking degree to make 50 grand a year. Huh? Because you've been programmed to think that's okay. And I'm not saying college is the end of the world, but I never went to college. I don't know many people that's worth a lot of money that's went to college. And if they did, they always dropped out once they realized it was a scam for what they were going. Now, if you're a doctor, a lawyer, I mean, these are some of the stuff you'd probably want to be in there for. I want high quality, qualified people, operating on me or serving me at a high level as a lawyer. But if you're just going to be an entrepreneur and you're building great products and creating great services, and this is people skills. This has nothing to do. I don't need a degree to have people skills. Truth is, I think I have an advantage on most people in the world because I never did any of that. It was never even a thought. I always knew I was going to get out. I have 4 years of being punched in the throat, kicked in the balls, punched in the gut, everything for 4 years while you're sitting there spending mommy and daddy's money or, working 3 jobs to kind of pay your tuition. And I had real life experience. I had real connections I had real world feedback in my face. See, the thing is, people are paying $1,000 a month to be in the DM Alliance. But the truth is, like I said, you're paying 26 years of experience, my over $5 million of investing in myself. But the real money is what I lost. The real money, the real trainings are, I've probably lost billions of dollars, hundreds of millions for sure, by not executing properly, by firing people the wrong way, by hiring people the wrong way. I mean, all these other things. So for you, not like being too cheap to invest in yourself, it's keeping you broke. It's a broken model. If books made you wealth, guys, by the way, books are some of the most powerful tools that we all have access to. You don't even need to buy them. Go to the library. But why are more people not wealthy? The shit's in the library. Magician vs. Mule, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich. I mean, all these books that could change your life are there for free. And yet, people still can't make $1 million a year. Why? Well, there's a thing called accountability. See, peer pressure. The DM Alliance has a lot of peer pressure. My 50K group has a lot of peer pressure. Now, when you hear peer pressure, you might be thinking negative. But this is positive. Because we're going to pressure you to coming in via peer-to-peer. Like, you're setting expectations. You're running. Like, when you come in there and you see what people are talking about, you're like, holy shit, no wonder I'm not making money. I'm thinking too small. If this guy from blah, blah, blah can do it, or this gal, why the hell can't I? You see it real time. It's so powerful. It's so amazing. Accountability, structure, confidence, courage, exciting times to be alive. When you're in a group of people that are genuinely sharing real, raw, authentic information, real time, you're going to realize how much you don't know. you're going to realize how much opportunity you're really sitting on. We just shared in there about a month ago how to make $1 million a year the easiest way, truthfully, I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever in 26 years. We show you exactly how to do it. Not only that, we have a guy that will walk you through it and help you do it. So $1,000 a month to make $1 million, it's not guaranteed because you got to do work, but the path is crystal fucking clear. See, the opportunities are everywhere if you know where they're at to harness them. But most people are too cheap to take advantage of an opportunity because it costs money. Everything costs money, but what about the value? What about the investment? What about the ROI? The truth is, you're probably suffering with financial PTSD. But when does this stop? When do you stop making excuses? When do you stop living in the past? When does this stop serving you? When do you realize, like, dude, I got to change this thought process or exercise this muscle and start growing? If $1,000 a month is a lot of money, that's a problem. Straight up. It's a massive problem. You are worth way more. You're way better. How the fuck are you going to make $1 million a year if you think $1,000 a month is a lot? Seriously, think about that. To make $1 million a year, it's like $3,000 a day. 80-something thousand, 86,333 per month. It's called $3,000 a day, 30 days a month, $90,000. You won't take a third of one day to invest in yourself. A third of one day. Like, how in the world do you think you could ever get rich? And the reason I'm sharing this with you, it's something I believe is plaguing great human beings. No one's ever told them, stop being a pussy and step your game up. You're worth it. Go get with someone to help you, keep you accountable. Get in a room of people that are doing shit. It will motivate you. It will drive you. It will show you that it's real. Right? Because the truth is, sometimes you'll hear me talking like, yeah, but Evans, it's easy for you because blah, 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 blah. I don't even know where I would be at in my life if having podcast shows like we have today, Zooms and videos and all this shit was like this in 96. I was doing CDs wrapped up with a rubber band so it wouldn't skip when I'm driving down the road with the cassette tape in it to play the CD because I couldn't afford a CD player. Listen to Tony Robbins. Listen to audiobooks galore. I loved every second of it. And a Chevy truck with the windows down because no AC existed in that truck at all. I loved it because I was going places. I was investing my time and I was investing my money. Every dollar I had extra, I was investing in myself. Books, CDs, events, etc. An 18-year-old fucking kid figured it out. Me. Every year, I invest more. Why would you ever stop something that works? That's like saying, once you get six-pack abs, you're going to stop working out and retain the abs. That's not how shit works. So get over to markevansdm.com/application if you're looking to take your life to the next level, straight up. We're crushing it over there. We're kicking ass, taking names. You don't have to believe me. Just sit back and watch. If you're sitting on the fence, just watch. Because one day that fence is going to turn into a fucking electric fence. I'm going to zap the fuck out of you. You're either going to fall on the backside or the right side, but you're going to fall either way. I'd hate to see you miss out because you're being cheap. I mean, don't you have respect for yourself if you can't pay $1,000 a month? Invest in your... Dude, start somewhere. $50 a month, $100 a month. What? Just get started. But $1,000 a month is what the DM Alliance is. It's massively underpriced versus value. And that's why I love it. Because the value exchange is undeniable, insanely with you, for you. So check it out. Hope you guys make it over there. markevansdm.com/application. You have nothing to lose. It's $1,000 deposit. You will be on the phone with John and Ryan. They're my right-hand guys. They'll talk to you. They'll tell you they're not there to sell you. They're there to guide you to see if it's a fit. I'm not for everybody. And if you don't have something that we can help you grow, I don't want you in there. Maybe they'll point you in the right direction. If it's like, hey man, this just ain't going to work, but here's where I would go X, Y, and Z. They'll help you. Like, I want to help you. That's it. But you got to be willing to help yourself. So check it out, markevansdm.com/application. I got to get to lunch. I'm running behind today, but hey, I'm going to show up. Appreciate you being here. Stay focused and don't be a cheap ass to get rich. It doesn't happen like that. Make the day count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should have held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, yo. I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.